If we never met, I would have never found my queen. It's a truth that gnaws at me, even as I stand alone, my voice breaking the silence of the night. What am I without you? A prince, yes, but nothing more than a hollow figure with a crown that doesn't fit, a heart that's not mine, a life I never asked for. I never thought it could be like this, never thought the world could turn upside down in an instant with one glance, one touch, one word. But there you were, and everything changed. I was always told I was destined for greatness, that the weight of my bloodline would make me invincible. But none of it matters without you. You are the only thing that makes sense in the chaos of my life. And yet here I am, talking to the air, imagining your face, hearing your voice in my head. You're not here, you left, and now I'm drowning in this silence. How do I explain this emptiness? This hollow, knowing pain that settles deep within my chest when I think of you? I wanted to protect you, to be the one who kept you safe from everything in this world. But I failed. I failed you in ways I never thought possible. And now, the crown feels like a curse. It's a reminder of how far apart we are, of how broken this world can be when it's missing the one thing that matters. I never believed in destiny, not before I met you. But now, I'm consumed by the thought that we were meant to be, that our paths crossed for a reason, and that if I had never met you, I would have never known what it was like to truly live, to feel, to love, to breathe. Every breath I take now is for you, and yet it's suffocating me. Why did you have to go? Why couldn't we have stayed in that moment, in that time when nothing else mattered but the two of us? There was a time, a brief, fleeting moment when I thought I had everything. But now, I'm lost. The throne feels heavier than ever without you beside me, and every decision I make is weighed down by regret. Regret that I couldn't be the man you needed. Regret that I couldn't protect you the way I promised. You're gone, but you haunt me. Your laughter, your eyes, the way you looked at me, as if I was more than just a prince. You saw me, truly saw me, for the first time in my life. I never thought someone could love me for who I was. Not the title, not the power, not the image. You loved me for me, and now I'm left to mourn that love. But I won't forget you. I can't. And even though you're not here, your presence lingers in every corner of my world, in every shadow, in every breath I take. I don't know what to do with this love anymore. But it's mine. It's yours. And I'll carry it with me, even if it burns me alive. It's a strange thing, this feeling. The weight of it is unbearable, like a shadow that stretches across every part of my life. I stand here, my hand resting on the balcony, looking at a world that feels distant, like I'm watching it through a fog glass. I never thought I'd miss you this way, like a piece of my soul was ripped away, and now all that's left is this emptiness. I used to think power could fill the void, that the riches and the throne would be enough to soothe this ache. But they're not. Nothing is. You taught me what it meant to truly live. I didn't understand it then, not fully. The way you made me see beauty in the smallest of moments, the way you laughed like it was the only sound worth hearing. I'd never seen the world through your eyes before. You made everything vibrant, and now everything is gray. The colors have faded, leaving only the dull outline of what life used to be. How can something so simple, so pure, be the one thing I can't have? You were the warmth I needed in a world that had grown cold. Sometimes I wonder if you knew the depth of what I felt for you, if you ever understood how completely you consumed my thoughts, my every waking moment. I watched you, studied you, learning the way your lips curved when you smiled, the way your eyes softened when you looked at me. I never let you see how much I craved you, how much I needed you, because I couldn't bear the thought of losing you, not before you even knew the truth. But now you're gone, and I'm left with nothing but these memories, fragments of the life I thought we would have. I've never been afraid of anything before. Fear was something I left behind when I became who I am now. But now, fear grips me every time I think of you. I'm afraid of forgetting you, afraid of what it will do to me if I do. I'm afraid of the hollow spaces in my heart growing wider, of the numbness taking over, of being unable to feel anything at all. It's already happening. The more I let the silence settle around me, the more it eats away at the last remnants of the person I once was. I don't know how to hold on to this, how to keep this part of you alive in me, but I'll try. I'll try to hold on, even if it kills me. Everywhere I go, I hear your voice in the back of my mind, like a constant whisper that won't let me rest. You're not here, but you're all I think about, all I dream about. I wish I could say it's better this way, being apart, keeping my distance, but I can't. Being apart from you only deepens the ache. It's like being pulled in two directions at once, torn between a duty I never wanted and a love I'll never have. The more I try to walk away from this, the more I realize that there is no escaping it. There is no running from what you mean to me. I know I've lost you. I feel it in the deepest parts of my soul. And yet, there's still a part of me that clings to the hope that maybe somehow I can find a way back to you. Maybe in some distant future we'll cross paths again. But that hope is a cruel thing. It keeps me alive, but it also torments me. Because the truth is, even if I were to see you again, nothing would ever be the same. We can't go back. The time we had is gone, and I'm left here, lost, broken, and alone. But I'll carry you with me in every step I take, in every breath I draw. Because even if you're gone, you'll always be mine. There's no escaping the truth. I love you, and I will never stop loving you, no matter how much time passes, no matter how far apart we are. You've taken a part of me with you, and I don't think I can ever be whole again. But maybe that's how it's meant to be. Maybe love isn't about completeness, about having the other person beside you. Maybe it's about carrying them with you in your heart forever. And if that's the case, then I carry you always, even if it kills me. I still remember the last time your eyes met mine. There was something unspoken there, something I should have held on to, but I let it slip through my hands like dust. You didn't have to say anything. I could feel it, the distance forming between us, the silence growing heavier. I told myself I would be fine, that I didn't need anyone, that love was nothing but a weakness. But I lied. You became the one truth in a world built on lies. And now that truth hurts more than any blade ever could. Every night I walk through these empty halls, and your absence echoes louder than footsteps. I keep thinking you might appear, maybe as a shadow in the corner, maybe as a memory so strong it tricks me into believing you're real again. I talk to you like this, whispering into the darkness, pretending you can hear me. Maybe you can. Maybe the bond we had was deeper than life itself. Maybe somewhere you're awake, hearing my words, feeling the same ache that keeps me awake. I don't know if I deserve forgiveness. There are moments I replay over and over, trying to change them in my head. If I had chosen differently, maybe you'd still be here. Maybe the world wouldn't feel so cruel. But fate doesn't care about maybes. It doesn't bend for love. It destroys it, tests it, breaks it apart to see what's left. And yet, through all that pain, you remain the only thing that feels real to me. Every other victory, every battle I've fought, every throne I've claimed, meaningless. You were the only conquest that mattered, and I lost you. You know what's strange? I used to think love made people weak. I saw it in others, how they lost themselves, how they'd do anything for someone else. I swore I would never let that happen to me. But you made me realize it isn't weakness, it's power. The kind of power that destroys and creates at the same time. The kind of power that makes a man willing to burn kingdoms just to see one person smile. You changed everything, and now that you're gone, I'm left standing in the ashes of the world you built inside me. There are days I try to move on, to forget. I try to bury myself in the noise, in the duties, in the faces that mean nothing. But then something, a scent, a sound, a flicker of light, brings you back, and I'm undone all over again. I can't outrun you. You're in every heartbeat, every breath, every thought. You've become a part of my being, etched into the scars you left behind. I used to think I could control everything, bend fate to my will. But I couldn't control you, and maybe that's why I loved you so fiercely. You were wild, untamed, real. Everything I wasn't allowed to be. Sometimes I think about the what ifs. What if I had chosen you over everything else? What if I had let the world burn and walked away with you instead? Would we have been happy? Or would I have destroyed even that? Maybe love like ours was never meant to last. Maybe it was meant to consume, not to heal. You were the light I could never hold on to, the fire I kept touching even when I knew it would burn. And I'd do it again. Every pain, every scar, every sleepless night, I'd live it all again just to feel you once more. Even now I still speak to you as if you're listening. Maybe this is madness, maybe it's devotion. Maybe they're the same thing, but I don't care anymore. You're gone, yet you're everywhere. And if that's all I have left of you, the memory, the ache, the ghost that won't fade, then I'll keep it. Because losing you was the end of my story, and everything after you is just survival. I am not the same man I was before you, and I never will be. You didn't just change my world, you destroyed it, and in that destruction you made me feel alive. Every time the wind brushes against my face, it feels like a trace of you, faint, fleeting, cruel. I close my eyes and pretend it's your touch, just for a moment before the illusion fades and I'm left with the cold again. I hate it. I hate how much I still crave you, how every part of me is addicted to a ghost. You've become my curse and my salvation both. The one thing I can't let go of, no matter how much it destroys me. You were never supposed to be this powerful over me, and yet here I am, kneeling before memories, worshipping something I can never have again. I keep wondering, do you ever think of me? Do you ever feel the same unbearable pull when the night falls silent? Or did you find peace while I'm still here, rotting under the weight of your absence? I can't tell anymore if I want you to have moved on, or if I want you to suffer like I do. That's the cruelty of love. It makes you want to protect someone and break them at the same time. You turned me into something I don't even recognize. I was never gentle, never soft, never the kind of man who bowed to anyone. But for you, I would have fallen willingly. The kingdom feels emptier now. Every hall echoes your laughter. Every corner holds your ghost. I thought distance would help me heal, that burying myself in duty would make me forget. But the more I try to erase you, the deeper you sink into me. You've become part of my bloodstream, a poison I can't purge. I tell myself to move on, to let you fade. But even the thought of letting go feels like betrayal, because how can I betray the only person who ever made me feel alive? You weren't just love. You were resurrection. You were chaos that taught me how to breathe. There are moments I stand before the mirror and barely recognize the man staring back. His eyes are colder now, sharper, darker. But behind them, I still see you. I see the reflection of everything I lost. You made me human, and when you left, you took that humanity with you. Now, I'm just what I was always meant to be. A monster dressed as a prince, a man cursed to remember warmth, but never feel it again. And the cruelest part is that I don't even hate you for it. I hate myself for letting you in, for letting you see the cracks I tried so hard to hide. Sometimes I dream about you, not the real you, not the version that left, but the one that used to look at me like I was worth saving. In those dreams, everything is quiet. There's no throne, no crown, no pain. Just you laughing softly, reaching out your hand like you used to. And just before I touch you, I wake up every dime. That's the punishment, I think, to live with the echo of what was almost ours. To keep dreaming about the light while drowning in the dark. I tell myself that one day this will fade, that I'll stop hearing your voice in the silence, stop seeing your eyes in every stranger who crosses my path. But I know the truth, I'll never be free. You've marked me too deeply. This isn't love anymore, it's something far beyond it. Something darker, something eternal. You exist inside the spaces between my thoughts, in the pauses between my heartbeats. Even if I wanted to forget, I couldn't. You've become a part of me, like blood, like sin, like fate. And so I keep talking to you, into the night, into the emptiness, hoping somehow my words find their way to you. Because even if you never hear them, they're all I have left. You are my undoing, my reason, my ruin. And though you're gone, I'm still yours, always have been, always will be. There are moments when I can almost convince myself that you're still here, that somehow, against all odds, we're still tangled in each other's worlds. I'll find myself lost in a thought, a memory, and for a brief, dangerous second, I think that maybe I'll turn around and you'll be standing there just as you were before. But I know better. I know that I'm alone, that the space I've carved out in my heart for you is now a grave, silent and unyielding. And it hits me then, this is the price of loving you, to be forever haunted by the absence, the longing, the ache that will never leave. I've learned to carry it though. At least I've learned how to fake it. The mask I wear is flawless, or at least I pretend it is. I still lead, still rule, still stand before my people as the prince they expect me to be. But inside I'm broken. I'm a shell of who I was. No matter how many smiles I offer, no matter how many battles I win, I can't escape the void you left. It's not just the throne that feels heavy anymore, it's every step, every breath, every moment without you. And yet, I push forward because what else is there? I wish I could hate you for leaving, for making me fall into this darkness, for showing me what it was like to feel something real only to take it away. But I don't, I can't, because deep down, I know that even in your absence, I'm not the same man I was before you. You changed me in ways I can never explain. You opened parts of me I didn't know existed. And no matter how much it hurts, I'll never regret what we had. Maybe that's the cruelest thing, to love someone knowing it can never be returned. But I still do. And I always will. The nights are the hardest, when the world falls silent and the stars above seem indifferent to my suffering. I lie awake, imagining you in another life, another world, wondering if you're at peace, wondering if I was ever the man you needed. There are times when the guilt eats at me, when I wonder if I could have been better, done more, fought harder. But in the end, I know it's pointless. The choices we make are never enough, and we pay for them over and over again. And so I lie here, alone with my thoughts, wondering if this will ever stop. There are days when I feel the weight of everything, like the walls are closing in, like the whole world is pressing against me, forcing me into a corner. where there's no escape. I think about everything we never got to do, every moment we never got to share. And I wonder how much of it was my fault, how much of it was just fate, cruel and unrelenting. But I can't fix it now. I can't go back and change anything. All I have is the memory of you, a memory that shreds me apart each time I try to hold on to it. I'm no longer the man I was before you, the man who walked through life without a care, without a purpose. You gave me that purpose, even if it was brief, even if it was fleeting. And now that you're gone, it's as though the world has lost its meaning. I fight for the throne, I fight for power, but all of it feels hollow. It's nothing without you. I am nothing without you. The truth is, you were the only thing that made me feel alive, and now I'm left with a heart full of ashes. And so I keep on, I keep breathing, I keep living, because that's what you would have wanted, right? For me to live, to find a way to keep going. But inside, I'm still standing at the edge of the abyss, staring into the darkness, waiting for the moment when I finally let go. But I never will. Not really, because no matter where I go, no matter how far I run, you will always be there, waiting in the shadows, in the silence, in the space between my thoughts. And even though I know it's madness, even though I know it's killing me, I will never stop loving you.